Okay. So last class we have covered what? Last class we have covered
Manipulation.
photo manipulation. Okay. So now today this class we are going to cover matte painting. So what is matte painting? So see here. See, matte painting is creating environments. So what is an environment? Environment means if you go outside, what do you see? You see buildings, sky, road, okay, people. So many things you see. If you go to a forest, you see trees, sky, okay. And if you go to a place where there is a lot of landscape is there, in the there you will see mountains, sky, lake. So whatever you see around you is called environment. So you can also call matte painting as environment painting. Okay. So nowadays matte painting is a very popular technique in movies. Okay. See, people are the filmmakers are not going to foreign countries and they are shooting. Okay, because to shoot to create a foreign location, to shoot in a foreign location, it's very expensive. They have to spend a lot of money and go to foreign countries and then do the shooting. So instead what they are doing is nowadays they are actually creating those foreign locations. Okay, in many of our Telugu movies, Hindi movies, and we actually get to see this matte painting. Especially if you see that film Bahubali. See that Bahubali, it's completely matte painting. So the whatever mountains, whatever things you see in that Bahubali, they are all part of matte painting. Okay, is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so now see. So what are the most important things for matte paintings here? See here, if you see this image, so this image has this castle, this mountains, this lake, sky. So all these are actually different images. All these are not part of a single image. We get different parts of different images from different sources, and then we combine them together, and present it as a single image. Okay, so and means what we do, we are actually compositing different images. What is the meaning of compositing? Compositing means mixing different images and videos and show it as a single file or a single video or a single image. Okay, that is called compositing. So in matte painting also we are actually doing compositing. Okay, so what are the requirements for matte painting? See, there are three things you have to keep in mind when you are doing matte painting. Okay, first thing is perspective. Second thing is color matching. Okay, third thing is edge selection. Okay, so you have to keep in mind all these three things. So perspective, color matching, edge selection. So once you follow these rules properly, okay, once you understand these things and create matte painting, your matte painting will be perfect. Okay, so first we will understand what is perspective. Okay, everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
First we will see what is perspective. See, perspective means, see, for example, if you have I will show you here. See, just look at this scene. Just look at this matte painting. See, the mountains that are far away, that you can see in distance, the mountains which you see in distance, they are looking small, and the mountains that are very close to the camera, they are looking big. So what we can understand here, see, whatever is in distance, whatever objects are in distance, they are generally small. Whatever are exactly in front of us, they are very big. So that is called perspective. So means when you are creating matte painting, it should not look as if everything has a same size. Means all elements and all objects have a same size. You should also keep in mind the camera view, okay, camera view of the things, of everything. So that is what is important here. So when you have a mountains in a very far away location, they should look small. When you have mountains in the close up, or not only mountains, when you have any objects in front of your eyes, they should look big. And objects which are far away from your eyes, they should look small. So that is the thing we have to understand. And also look at the sky. See, always sky should also have a perspective. So means the sky should also, it should look like something like a diagonal or a cross looking sky. Should not look like a flat looking sky. Okay, so that is something you should keep in mind. So this is one thing. Second thing is color matching. So what is color matching? See, when you actually take different images from different sources, the lighting, the coloring of all those different images will not be the same. Okay, for example, if you take your photo, if you take your photo in the evening, and the next another photo is in the morning, okay, the evening and morning photo will have different lightings. Okay, they won't look like same, they won't look same. But actually when you are doing compositing, you have to make sure that they all are part of a single photo. Okay, so at that time you have to do the color matching. Are you all getting my point? Are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the second important rule for matte painting. Okay, color matching. So perspective, color matching. And the third important thing is edge selection. So what is edge selection? Edge selection means, see, whenever you are creating a matte painting, you can see the edges of the mountains or castles or anything. Those edges should be very sharp. Okay, if they are not sharp, okay, what will happen actually? They look artificial. Means they will be having some light white color fringe on their edges, and if they have that fringe, they don't look natural. They look artificial. So you should make sure that you have to select the edges perfectly. You need to have a sharp edges. If there is any white color fringe on the edges, you have to remove that fringe. So that is the third requirement for matte painting. So once you fulfill all these requirements, you are going to create a perfect matte painting. Okay, so now let us start doing the matte painting. Okay, right. So see here, the first thing I will do is, see, I am going to get some certain perspective things, like I will get a perspective sky. See, I am going to just type perspective sky here. See here, I will just get one perspective sky here. Okay, see, we have to see mostly here we are having the copyrighted things. Let me find one thing here. Okay, I think this one is nice. So you can actually keep this type of skies. See, this is a perspective sky. So you can see, understand this here. See, whatever you can see, this the whatever objects are far away, they are looking very small. See, you can see these towers. These towers are very small. And then see here, this one is, this platform is, or what do you call this actually? This is looking big actually. Okay, so like that. So we'll save this. Huh? What?
They are called as barricades, sir.
Barricades. Okay. So now I will just create a folder here. So we'll say matte painting files. Okay, matte painting files. I think we already have it seems. Here it is there. So let me read them. Matte files. Okay. So we'll say sky. We'll just save this. Right. So first thing is, see, I'm going to take a A3 size document. A3 size document. See here, A3 size landscape. We'll say take A3 size landscape document, and now I am going to start with the design. Okay. See, the first thing we have to do is we have to first decide what type of matte painting we are doing. See, I am going to create an old castle. I am going to get an old castle. Castle means what? Kota. Okay. So I am going to get an old castle, and I am going to put it in an environment where we have a lot of mountains, and also we have a grassland, and also we will have a lake, something like that. Okay. So I am going to create a scene where we have a castle that is surrounded by mountains and grasslands. Okay, are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me first get the mountains. Okay, so first we'll start with the mountain. And the most important thing you have to remember here is, so I will actually remove this background. Okay, we don't need a background, we need only a transparent background. There is now no background for this. And another important thing is, see, you have to give a name to your document. See, right now we don't have any name for our document. So I am going to give some name for our document. So file, save as. This is very important actually. So let me go to the desktop and see our matte files are here. So I am going to give it a name, matte painting. Okay. So PSD. See, I am saving it as a PSD file. Right, see, matte painting.psd. So once you have given it the name matte painting.psd, what is the next step you have to do? See here, we'll start with these mountains. Just take a quick selection tool. So today Huma is absent, right?
Yes, sir.
Nobody has her contact, huh? Why she is not even informing actually? Right.
I text her, sir, but no responses.
Oh, she is not giving any response, huh? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So now I have taken these two mountains. Okay. Let me drag it to this image. Okay, to this document. We'll close this. See, we'll make it small. Okay. Then what I will do, I will take a duplicate of this, and then I will flip this. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, I have created. What happened?
So what we should do to take duplicate, sir? I forgot.
Duplicate is Control J here. Or you can also do Alt and drag. So you should not forget these things. This is very basic actually. Okay. Right. So now once we have created this mountain, so let me actually merge these two layers. Control E. So then we'll give it a name mountain. Okay. And then again see, so these are the mountains, and we are going to put a castle over here. over here. And then the next step is, see, I want some mountains behind also. Okay, so what I will do, I will just take a duplicate of this, and then we will actually just see we need a mountains somewhere like this, no? So let me keep them very small. Okay, let's not keep them big. So you can stretch them. Okay, it's fine. There is no problem in it, in stretching. Okay, but let's keep them very small. Okay, so something like this, right? And then we can just take one more copy. Okay, and then we'll create one more set of mountains here. Let's make them even smaller like this. Okay, something. Okay, so we have a set of mountains here. Okay, then finally we will just copy them, merge them again. Okay, right. So then and we have given the name mountain. See, naming is very important here. Okay, okay. Now the next step. So once you have given a proper naming to this, so what is the next step? See, now we will get the sky. Okay, so now we are going to get the sky. So let me get the sky. So let me select the sky properly. Okay, I have selected the sky, and now we will get keep the sky here. Okay, so you can actually give up this one, distort to this. Okay, so means make it something like this, so that we can see the complete sky. Okay, so once we have put it like this, okay, now let's give it a name sky. Right, so now the next step. So now we are going to get the castle. See, one thing I want to tell you here, just getting things and putting is not the matte painting. Okay, we also have to do color matching. Till now we have not yet started the color matching because we only have the mountains in the scene. Now we will, once we get the castle, now you will understand the importance of color matching. Okay, so let us see. So I am going to now get the castle. So I am going to get this castle. So let us select this using quick selection tool. Okay, So is it clear, all of you?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
So once you have selected this castle, now the next step is we are now going to get this castle actually. Okay. So now I think we have to. So I don't need anything like this. I don't need these rocks. So you can minus these things. Okay. Right. So you can use the alt and draw a selection, okay, so that you can remove the unwanted things. Okay. Right. So now what is the next thing? Just simply drag this and keep it. So I'll just keep it above everything. Okay. So you can stretch it a little bit. Okay. You don't have to. Okay. So the next thing we have to do is here. This castle is there now. This castle's color and the mountain's color are totally different. The lighting that is falling on the castle and the lighting that is falling on the mountains is totally different actually. Means they are not at all matching. So we have to do something to match the castle color with that of the mountains color. So are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now what you can do is, see, we have to give naming to this. So I am going to give it name castle. Okay. Now the next thing what I will do is here. So once you have given the name castle, see here, to do color matching. So you have to do something. That is, I will give you a screenshot. You please take a screenshot of this. So just take a screenshot of these things. Just take a screenshot, all of you.
Yes, sir. Finished.
Finished, huh?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now we will see what is this match color. So we are going to use something called match color. This is an adjustment actually. Okay. By using this adjustment match color, we are going to match two different images, the colors of two different images, and then show them as if they are part of a single image. Okay. So that is what is our idea here. Okay. So whenever you are trying to match colors, the first thing is, so somebody has come, Huma. Okay. Huma, what happened very late to your?
सर मैं बाहर गई थी सर मम्मी के साथ.
Okay. Right. Okay. So only Srikant Rao is now missing, I think. Everybody has come. Right. And Huma, what happened? What about your assignments? Last class.
सर हुआ सर अब भेजूं.
Okay, after class you send. Right. Okay, now okay. Now we have come till here. Okay. So now we will do the color matching. So we have given names: castle, mountain, sky. So now we will do the color matching. Okay. So how to do the color matching? See here. we have to select this castle, means we have to match the color of the mountains. Understand everybody? See, the mountain, we have to get the mountain colors and put it on the castle, not the other way. Are you all getting my point? We are not going to put the castle color to the mountains. We are going to put the mountain color to the castle. So that is what is our idea. So what do you have to do? See, first important thing is, see, check the file name of our, okay, of our document. Our file name is mattpainting.ps. This is very important here. And the next important thing is which layer you have selected. See, I have selected this castle layer. So now what I am going to do? I am going to match the castle with that of mountain. So that is why I have given naming here. So that is the idea behind naming. So select the castle layer and now go to image. See, understand this clearly. Go to image, adjustment, and here we have an option, match color. Are you all able to see this? Match color. Are you all?
Sir.
Okay. So just click on this match color. Okay, and then this match color dialog box is going to open. So you have a number of options here in this match color dialog box. So what we are going to do right now is, see, we have to match the color of the castle. Okay, we have to first to get the file name of our document. So where we can get the file name of our document? See here we have a source. Here we have source. So from source we have to select the file name. So what is the file name? mattpainting.psd. Okay, we have selected this, and right now the active layer is the castle layer. So the castle layer should match with which layer? Mountain layer. So just click here, and then we see here we have castle, mountain, and sky. So we want the castle to match with what? Mountain. See, the moment I select mountain, see, can you see the change? So the moment I selected the mountain, see, the castle color has changed. See, the now castle is looking totally very dark and black. Okay. So once we have done this, see, the next thing is we have to come to this section. Okay, we have to come to this section. What we can see in this section? See, luminance, color intensity, fade. Okay, so first we will see what is fade. Fade means how much matching effect you want. Okay, how much matching effect you want, that you can decide with this fade option. So if, let us say, if I fade value is maximum 100, see, now that the matching effect is totally gone. So we have removed the matching effect. So if the fade option is 0, now there is 100% matching. Okay, so we can decide how much matching effect we want for our image. Okay, so let me put it somewhere in between. See, now the matching is somewhere in between, so it is 40%. Okay, so we have not put maximum or minimum. We have put somewhere in between. So that is called matching effect. So with fade we can decide the matching effect. Okay, next is color intensity. What is color intensity? With color intensity you can decide how much concentrated your color is. Okay, means how much saturation your colors requires. Okay, means if I try to increase the color intensity, see, it becomes very dark, means it becomes totally thick concentrated color. If I reduce the color intensity, see, it is becoming black and white. Are you all able to see the change? When I reduce the color intensity, it has totally become black and white. Okay, so color intensity also we will keep it somewhere in the middle. Okay, are you all getting my point? Okay, now the next thing is luminance. Okay, what is luminance? Luminance is something like a brightness and lightness. Okay, so if you increase the luminance, the image becomes very bright. See, now it has become very bright. If you decrease the luminance, see, now it has become a little bit dark. Okay, so even luminance also we have to keep it somewhere in the middle. Okay, so now we have a perfect color matching between mountain and castle. Okay, are you all able to understand how to do the color
Yes,
matching?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once you have done this, just click OK. Right. Okay. Now we have done the color matching for our castle. One more thing we have to do here, that is, see here. If you observe the castle, see there is some blue color border, blue color border on the edge of this castle. See, it's not looking nice actually. See, there is some blue lining. So we have to remove that blue lining. So how to remove that blue lining? See here, I am going to apply a hue saturation. Okay, even over here you can see some light blue color on the edge. Okay, so I am going to apply a hue saturation for this layer. So how we will apply hue saturation? So simply click here, simply click at the bottom of the layers panel, and here we can see the hue and saturation. And then what is the next thing I will do? Just you have to click on this button. Okay, this is actually the clipping mask. See, just click on this. See what will happen if you click on this? See, it means that you are affecting only the layer that is exactly below it. Means we are not going to affect the mountains or sky. We want to affect only the castle. Okay, so that is why I have clicked on this button. Okay, if you don't click, what happens? Even the mountains colors and the sky colors are also going to change, but we don't want to affect the mountain and sky. Okay, right. So now the next step is just click on this button. Okay, and then we have to pick the area that we want to remove. Means I want to just pick these colors. Okay, see this one. See, the moment I clicked here, clicked on that, see, you can see here the color is cyans. So okay, so here it displays that we have picked that cyan color. Now we will change that cyan color. So how to change that cyan color? See here, you can simply move it like this. See, when I am moving, see, you can see the change. See, now it is becoming green. Okay, if I move it even further, see, it is becoming something like orangish color. Okay, it's we are getting different colors there, but actually what we want is, we don't want these different colors. I just want to remove that blue color border. Okay, so for that I can actually reduce the saturation also. See, the moment I reduce the saturation, so it has totally become black and white. Are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
See, now we have totally removed that blue color border. See, just by removing the saturation, by reducing the saturation. So this is how we can improve the borders, right? So now this our job is done. Yeah. Okay. The next thing. Next thing is now I am going to get a grassland. Grassland. So we are going to put that grassland in front of this castle. We are going to put that grassland in front of the castle. So how we are going to get? So just let's open it. See, here we have a grassland actually. So we will select this. Just open it. Okay, so now what is the next step? So we have to select this grassland. So how we can select the grassland? So again I am going to select this pen tool, and then we are going to select the grassland. All right. So we have to select it. See, I am selecting it using pen tool. You can also select using lasso tool or polygon lasso tool. Okay, it doesn't matter. With which tool you select? Right. So once we have selected it like this, so what is the next step? So just control. Okay, tell me how to get the selection.
Control enter.
Control plus enter, sir.
Control enter. Very good. So control enter. So now we got a selection here. So once we get a selection, so you can actually give a very little feather. Okay, so just right click and just a little. Don't give it bigger, just a small feather amount, and then we'll just drag it like this. Okay. See, don't stretch it too much. Okay, we have to stretch it only reasonably. You stretch it too much, it will be looking very bad. Okay, so now I have put the grassland also. Okay, so now the next step is here. I want to match the grassland to what? To mountains. Okay, understood what I am saying? I want to match the grassland with mountains. So again, again we have to put the name here. So I will put grassland. Okay, and now we will match the grasslands color to mountains. So what we can do now? See here. I have put a name grassland, and then again we will go to where image adjustments. Match color. Image adjustments, match color, and then again what you have to do? So here you have to pick the mountains. So where we can find the mountains? See here, just click here. Again we have to mention the name of our document. So which is matte-painting.psd, and the grassland. Okay, here we are currently selected the grassland, and the grassland should match to what? Mountains. Okay, see here, the moment I selected the mountains, see, you can see the change. So it's all total purple color. We can see lot of purple color over there. So let me reduce the amount of purple color. Okay, and also we'll save this. Okay, 1 minute. Let me save it, because if power goes now, it will be a headache for us. Right. So I have selected. Now again we will go to match color, and then we will pick the name of our file, and then here grassland is there. So the grassland should match to the mountains. Okay, now see here fade value is there. So we will fade value. What is the idea of fade value? It will determine how much matching effect we need actually. So right now it is 100%, but 100% it's not looking nice. So we will reduce the or increase the fade value. See, like this. See, now the matching effect is now down actually. So we can keep it somewhere around 40, or but actually let's keep it around 20. Let us say 25. Okay. Next is, see, you can actually change the color intensity. So how to change the color intensity? See, you can remove that purple coloring by reducing the color intensity. Okay, see, like this. So now it is perfect. So if you want to also increase or decrease the luminance also you can do, but actually we have to decrease the luminance. So because we want the grassland to be a little bit dark. Okay, so let us reduce the luminance a little bit. Okay, is it clear all of you? Is it clear all of you?
Sir.
Right. So once these changes are done, just click OK. Right. So once we have got here, so let's do one more thing. See, I want the grassland to be a little bit greenish. Okay, I want the grassland to be a little bit greenish. So what I can do? Again, I will apply a hue and saturation for this layer. So how to apply hue and saturation? So simply select the grassland layer and then just click here, and then here we can see, we can find the hue and saturation. Okay, and then what is the next step? Simply you can pick the colors. See, we'll pick a green colors. See, I have picked the green colors, and we can actually now make it the greenish coloring. See, we can make the greenish color. See, I have made the greenish color little bit dark. Can you all see the change? See, if I increase the saturation, see the green is becoming more dark. So you can also play with this lightness, okay? But actually the change is not too much, it's only a little bit. See, right? You can also pick these colors. See, I think they are cyans, it seems. See, now they are a little bit greenish. Okay, is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. So once we have achieved this, now our next task is, see, I am going to get a lake. So I am going to get a lake. So what is a lake? Lake means cheruvu, or you can say talab. Okay, this color you are saying, huh? Okay, let me do one thing. So just pick that color then. Okay, it's actually blues. So we can change that blue color. See, can you see? I'm changing it to green. See, can you see the change? Okay, now it is changed. So you can actually reduce the saturation, because I don't want it to be dark greenish color. So just light green is okay. So now see that purple color is all gone. It's totally looking greenish, right? Now let us get the lake. Let us get the lake. So how to get the lake? Control O, and here we have this lake image. Okay, just select that lake, then open. See, matte painting is very much important for all of you, because most of you are C plus and VFX students. Okay, C plus or what do you call ADVFX, VFX plus. I think most of you are in these courses. Okay, so so whoever is going to learn After Effects, Premiere, for them matte painting is very important. Right. So what is the next step? So just we'll select the lake exactly like how we have selected the grassland. So again I'm going to just draw a path like this. Right. Right. So once you have drawn a path like this, so what is the next step? Well, again we have to use Control Enter. So we'll give some feather also. So without feather it will not look nice. So I will give at least a feather of 9. So we'll give at least a feather of 9. And then what is the next step? So just simply drag this and then keep it over here. Okay, is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. So once we have put it like this, so see here, next thing is, let us actually give it a name, lake. Okay, so now see here, there is total color mismatch, so it's looking total yellowish in color, and this grass is looking totally greenish in color. So we have to do lot of color matching here. So how we can do that? And also we have to do one more thing, that is, see here, we have a edge here. The edge is actually very sharp, so we also have to make the edge very soft, and we have to blend this lake in the grassland, so that it looks like it is part of this, the entire the lake is part of this scene. Okay, are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now what you have to do? Tell me. Anybody can tell? Now what you have to do?
Blend mode is sir.
What blend mode? Yeah. See, we have to do color matching again. So go to M.
Darkener multiply saturation. Go to hue and saturation.
We should first do color matching. So go to image adjustments and match color. Okay, and again we have to pick our file name, which is matte-painting.psd, and then we have to match the lake to what? Anybody can tell? We have
Grassland, sir.
grassland. Okay, so we have to match the what? We have to match the lake to grassland. So there is a grassland like this. See, the moment you select, see, you can see the change. But actually we have to reduce the matching effect. It is maximum, so what you can do? So we will reduce the matching effect here. See the fade value. I'm going to reduce the fade value here. Let's keep it around okay, 44 is better. And then the next thing is, see here we have this color intensity. So color intensity, so we can actually reduce or increase it. Okay, if you increase it, it becomes very dark, so let us reduce it actually. Let's keep it around okay, this area, this is better. And luminance, if you want more brightness, you can increase it. If you want the lake to be more bright, okay, so you can increase the luminance value. Okay, so now we got till here. So one problem is still there, that is, so we have a seam here. See, you can see the seam. Seam means the line, border. So we have to remove that border also. So for that, what you have to do? I am going to apply a not blend mode. I am going to apply mask first. See, I have applied a mask, and then just select the. See, don't use blend mode. If you use blend mode, what will happen? You know. So it will this lake will disappear. Okay. So we want to show the lake. The lake will totally mix with the grassland. We don't want that to happen. Okay. So just select the brush, select the soft rounded brush. So let me actually see. Let me remove the seam. What happened? Okay, so I have removed the seam, but still we have a problem, that is, see, this grass is yellowish color. Okay, we have to remove that yellow color grass also. Okay, so how to remove that yellow grass? See here, I am going to apply a hue and saturation for this. So let me apply a hue and saturation. Okay, so then what is the next step? So we'll just make it into a clipping mask, so that it affects only whatever you do in the hue saturation. It affects only this lake. It is not going to affect anything else. And then next thing is, see, we want to make it make this grass a little bit greenish or a little bit closer to this color. So what you can do, just simply pick the color here. See, just pick the color. See, when I picked the color, so what is the thing here? Yellows. Yellows, right? So now what we can do now? So let us change the yellows to a little bit greenish. Okay. So if I move it to the left, it's nothing is happening. So if I move it to the right, see now the grass is becoming green. Are you all able to see the change? See, the grass is now becoming green. So I can also change the saturation also. Saturation means it will, see, if I reduce the saturation, it's totally becoming dark actually. So let me actually keep it somewhere here. Okay. And also we'll try to change the lightness also. See, if I am reducing the lightness, it is becoming very dark. I will increase the lightness a little bit. Okay. So now it will be a little bit closer to this one. Okay, like this you can do experiment and make it closer to the adjacent areas like this. Okay, so something like this. Okay, now it's better, right? So once we are able to adjust it properly, okay, what is the next thing we have to do? See, next is, we have actually done a basic matte painting now. So we still have to do some more things like, we have to create a perspective thing. So perspective thing means we have to place an object over here, and that object should look bigger actually. Means because that object is closer to the camera, it should look big. Are you all getting my point? The object which is closer to the camera should look a little bit big. So what you can do, and what type of object we are going to get? What type of object we are going to get? See, because it is an old castle, we are going to get something, something that is related to that old era, or something that is part of history. Okay, so what are the things? We can get some horse cart. Are you all getting my point? We can see in ancient times we used to have that bullock cart or horse cart, right? Gurrab bandi, you will say. So we can get those things actually. So I have already downloaded one horse cart. Okay, I think, wait a minute. Where I have downloaded, I think, 1 minute. So here it's not there. Okay, let me check. Okay, okay, here it is. See, I will copy this. So let's keep it, this is our file, right? What is our files actually, where we are keeping our files? Matte files. Okay, matte files. So we'll keep it over here. Okay, see, this is a horse cart, ancient horse cart. And can you see the image here? Okay, see, this mountain is very far away actually. These mountains are very much far away, and this cart is close to the camera. So that is why this cart is looking bigger than the mountains. Okay, are you all getting my point? So are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So we also have to do the same thing. I am going to select this card and I am going to put it close to the camera so that it looks bigger, bigger in size. So how we can do that? So let's get this image. Okay, Okay, so how we can select this? So just simply quick selection tool. So you can I want to ask you something. So means all shops and everything are closed right now in your places.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
so means it's only till 10 o'clock, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, until 10 only.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Until 10.
So means no, not even a petrol punks will be available. Everything is
No,
closed.
no. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything is closed.
Okay, okay. Maybe only medical shops will be open, I think.
Yes, sir.
Right. So once we have selected it like this, okay, so we can give a very small amount of feather. Don't give big amount of feathers, okay. So just select it, and then what do you have to do now? Just simply drag this. Okay, we have to drag it and just keep it here. Okay. So it should look actually big actually, and we'll do one thing. So we will actually do some distort here. And it should look actually big because it's close to the camera. Not that it is bigger than mountains, okay. Okay, so once we have done like this, okay, so what is the next thing we have to do? See, we have to adjust it properly, okay. So here, see, we have to paint over here. So first we will do one thing, we will say cart. So we will match the cart to the grassland, okay. So we will match the cart to the grassland. So how to match? So again we will go to the image, adjustments, and match color. And again we will select the name of our file, okay, and then we will match the cart to grassland. See the moment I selected, it is now looking like this. So something like this, okay. So let me reduce the fade amount here. Let's and also we can also do one thing. So we can try to change the color intensity, okay. Let's keep it around, okay. We can also try to change the luminance, luminance also, okay. Is it clear, all of you? Okay, so once we have done like this, so now let us try to adjust these areas, okay. So we are going to now apply a mask to this. So normal mask will apply, and then so what will do now? So let me take a brush. Let us take a soft round brush. So let me paint it like this. So wherever you see these soft hard edges, okay. Okay, and one more thing we will do. See here, lot of yellowish coloring is there now, but the grass here is green. So what you will do? We want that yellowish color to become a little bit greenish. So what we can do now? So we can actually apply a hue and saturation to this. So we can apply just simply we have to select this cart layer and then just apply a hue and saturation. Okay, make sure that you always click this button, okay, because we have to affect only the card. So now what is the thing, we have to just pick that yellow color. Okay, it is greens actually, so it is saying it is greens. So now we will try to make it more greenish. Is it clear, all of you?
Sir.
So you can check different colors. See, you can see different colors. It is changing to different colors. Somewhere close, you can increase the saturation or you can reduce the saturation. You can also try to experiment with the lightness, and you can also try these colors. And if you turn on the colorize, what happens? It becomes totally this one. Okay, so we can get reasonable coloring here. Let me pick. I think I have not picked the colors. Are you all able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's keep it like this. Right. Then the next step. See, what is the next step here? See, I want to now now the basic matte painting is completed. Now I want to create 3 different time zones. Okay, I want to create 3 different time zones. So what are the 3 different time zones? So let me show you what are the 3 different time zones. So we'll say night shot, afternoon shot, okay, and early morning shot. Okay, so we are going to now create 3 shots, that is afternoon shot, night shot, early morning shot. Is it clear, all of you? So we will be now creating the 3 different time zones. Okay, so how we can do that? See here. See, once we have come till here, now I am going to take a combined layer here. So how to get the combined layer? Control Alt to Shift to E. Is it clear, all of you? Control Alt to Shift to E. Right? Okay.
Sir.
Okay. So now see here. So we have to put some. Now we are going to start creating a afternoon shot. Remember this afternoon shot. So afternoon shot, how it will be? It will be very bright and sunny, right? Afternoon shot will be bright and sunny. So what I am going to do is, see, I am going to apply a curves adjustment layer. Curves adjustment layer. So how we can apply curves adjustment layer? And also let me do one thing. Let me actually convert this layer to smart object. So why I am going to convert this to smart object? Because I want smart filters. Okay, I want smart filters. So that is why I am going to convert it into smart object. So how to convert it to smart object? Anybody can tell?
Yes, sir.
How to convert to smart object?
Right click and there will be a
Okay,
option.
okay, very good. Right click and convert to smart object. So now we have converted it to smart object. So now the next step is, I am going to apply a curves adjustment layer to this. So how to apply curves adjustment layer? So simply we can just give it a name, afternoon shot. Okay, then I will just apply a curves adjustment layer to this. See, curves adjustment layer, and it should affect only this one. Okay, so that's why click on this button, and we have to make it little bit bright. See, should look very bright and sunny. Okay, so this is something. right? Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
And we'll do one more thing.
sir.
See, even though we have applied the brightness, we also have to see the sunlight. Okay, we also have to see the sunlight. So the sunlight should come from the top left corner. Okay, means this area. So for that, what you'll do, see, I'm going to select this. Okay, and then we'll go to the filter, and then here we have an option. What is that option? Render, and here we have an option lens flare. Filter, render, lens flare. Okay, so then what you'll do, I'm going to keep it over here. See, we'll keep it here, and we are going to select 105 prime. So we'll increase the brightness. See, can you see that? See that now the sunlight is the bright sunlight is coming from the top left corner. See, just click OK. See, it's too much actually. So let me reduce it a little bit. Okay, so we will actually render lens flare. Let's not keep it this much. Okay, we'll keep it somewhere over here. Okay, this much is okay. Okay, is it clear, all of you? Sunlight is coming.
Yes, sir.
So now the sunlight is coming from the top left corner. Okay, means the right side part. Okay, this part, the right side part should be a little bit shaded. Means it should not be too, what do you call, it should not be too bright, because only the left side part should be a little bit bright. So to add shading, so what do you have to do? See, I am selecting these curves, and now what I will do is I am going to select the brush tool. So we can actually see, if I paint with black color, what happens? I am going to remove the effect of the curves. Okay, see here. See, now actually I am making the right side shaded. Are you all able to see the change?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, now it has become a little bit shaded. So like this. Okay, see, somewhat shaded. This side is bright, so we can do it. And one more thing, in case you want to apply one more curves adjustment layer, you can do that. See, you can do that. And also there is something called exposure here. See, what is exposure? Exposure will make it more bright. See,
Bright.
exposure will make it very bright. See, now it's almost like a afternoon scene. See, that is it. So better to apply exposure, and now we have a perfect afternoon scene. Okay, is it clear, all of you? Exposure.
Yes, sir.
Now we have a perfect afternoon shot. So now what you'll do is, see, I am going to just simply select all these three layers. Okay, I think we have selected all these three, and then Control G, group, keep it a group, and then we have to give it a name, afternoon shot. Okay, afternoon shot. So now this is an afternoon shot. So now we will do the next thing, that is night shot. So just simply hide this. Okay, once again we are back to the normal image. So now we will concentrate on night shot. Okay, so how to do the night shot? See here. First condition for night shot is, see, we have to convert the sky to a black color. Are you all getting my point? We have to convert the sky to a black color. So how to convert the sky to a black color? So see here. So here we have the sky. Okay, so what I am going to do is, I am going to just control and click on the thumbnail. Are you all able to listen? Are you all able to listen?
Yes, sir.
See here, control and click on the, see, listen carefully. Control and click on this thumbnail. Control and click on the thumbnail. So you are going to get a selection here. See, so once you get a selection, just take a new layer here. Once you get a selection, just take a new layer. And once you take a new layer, so what is the next thing we have to do? See, I'm going to take a black color. See, I will take a black color. Then I will apply that black color to this selection, inside the selection. So how I can apply? Alt and backspace.
Delete.
Alt delete or alt backspace also. Okay. So this is the first thing. First requirement is we have to we need a black sky. Right. So now the next thing we have to do is here. Once you got a black sky, you need actually even the scene should look like a dark scene. Okay, because nighttime lighting will be very low, right? Nighttime the lighting is very low, so we also have to create a low lighting. Okay, so for that, again what I will do, see what I am going to do here. Again I am going to select the topmost layer, and then I will take a combined layer. So how to take a combined layer? Anybody can tell?
Alt plus Shift. Control Alt Shift E.
Control Alt Shift E. Very good. Okay. So once I have taken this this combined layer, now the next thing we have to do is I will apply something called color lookup. Okay. I will apply something called color lookup. Color LOOKUP. So what is color lookup? See, and where we can find that color lookup? See here. Just click on the top, click at the bottom of the layers panel, and see here we can see this color lookup. Everybody can see this, right? Everybody can see this. Okay, so just click on that color lookup, and see, once you open the color lookup, so you can see some options here. So what is a 3D LUT file? So just click on this, and see you have a very big list of options here. See, a very big list of options. Different options are there. So means once you select these options, so you can get different time zones. See here we have a foggy night, horror blue. So what is foggy night? Let us see. Okay, foggy night is this, but foggy night is not so interesting. We will check this moonlight. See, can you see that moonlight?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, just select the moonlight. See now it is looking a little bit like a night. So I will select the moonlight, and then just click, just confirm this. Right. So now moonlight is there, but what we'll do is we will actually reduce the brightness even further. Even though it is looking all right, but we want if you see the night scene, in night time the brightness will not be that much. So I am going to reduce the brightness. Okay. So again I will select this layer, and I am going to select the curves adjustment layer. Okay, so how to select the curves adjustment layer? Just simply click here, and then you have to select the curves, and then we just reduce the brightness. See, so now it is looking very dark. Okay, don't keep it too dark, so because if you keep it too dark now, you will not be able to see the objects. Right. So now it is looking like a night scene. Okay. Now to make it more interesting, so what I am going to do is I am going to get the stars and moon. So I will put stars and moon also. Is it clear, all of you? I am going to get stars and moon and make it look more like a night scene. Okay.
Okay.
So how we can get? See here. I think I have already downloaded stars. Let us check. Let me check. So I think see, there is star design. Let us check. Or not this one. Okay, not this. Okay, let us do one thing. I thought I have downloaded actually. Wait a minute. Okay, let us get it from. Okay, I think I wait a minute. Okay, here it is. So here I have downloaded this. See, can you see the stars?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll just get this one and open it in Photoshop. What happened? Anybody is asking any doubt? Right. So now we want the stars to appear where? In the sky. So how we can do that? Just drag it. We'll keep it above. See here. So here we have these stars, but actually the stars should look. The star should look in the star should be visible on the sky. Okay. So what we can do? See, we can use the screen blending mode. See here. I am going to use a screen blending mode. See. Can you all see that? So I am using the screen blending mode, and what we will do is, see, we don't want the star to be on this castle. We want the stars only in the sky. So what I can do? See, I can apply a hide all mask to this. Okay, so I can apply hide all mask, and then I will only paint in the sky. See, and I have to take which color? White. See, is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ह्यूमा आपको समझ में आ रही क्या?
हाँ
सर समझ में आ रहा है।
ओके, गुड। बिकॉज आपने लेट आया ना।
हाँ सर।
Okay, so once we have painted the stars, you can actually zoom and remove the unwanted remove stars from the unwanted places. Somebody has come or what? Who is this? Shiva?
Shiva, sir.
Okay.
So far.
Somebody has left, I think. Who has left?
Shiva only, sir. Shiva only.
Okay. Right. So now once we have the stars, okay, if you want the stars to be more bright, so what you can do is you can duplicate this layer. You can give it the name stars, okay, and then you can duplicate. See, Control J. See, now the stars are more bright. In case you want more brightness, but actually I don't think we need more brightness. Okay, and to make it more attractive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the moon also. So moon, what is moon? What?
Chandamama, sir.
Chandamama. Okay. So I think we have a moon actually. So Control O. So see here we have a full moon actually. See here, this one. Okay, so now I will select the moon. So simply we have to use a quick selection tool, and then what is the thing we have to do? Just simply drag it. Okay, we'll keep it over here. Okay, so we have kept it. So what he'll do is he will apply some little bit of glow to the the moon also. Okay, we'll apply some little bit glow to the moon also. So how we can do that? So just simply double click, and then we can use a layer style, and we can say simple outer glow. Okay, we'll use a white color glow. Can you see the glow? Can you see the glow for the moon?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
So don't keep it too much, okay? Just a little bit is enough. So that is the thing. See here? So now we got a glow for the moon also. Okay? Right. So once we are done with this here. So now we have completed the night shot. We have completed the night shot. So we can actually make it more interesting. See, if you, in case you want some brightness for the castle, so if you want the castle to also glow a little bit, so what you can do is, see, you can actually select this castle, just take a new layer above it. You can actually use a brush. So if I want the castle to be a little castle to glow a little bit, are you all getting my point? If you want the castle to glow a little bit, you can actually take a new layer above this castle layer, and then so we can use a color dodge blending mode, or you can also try screen. First let us see color dodge. Color dodge is not so interesting, so we will see the screen actually. We can actually reduce the flow amount. Let's keep it around 18%. See here, can you see that? See, we are actually we are actually giving some lighting. We are giving some lighting to the castle here. Some lighting. And in case you want this lighting to be more intense, I will take the duplicate. See. The castle got a more lighting, but if you think it's not so interesting, so let me do one thing. Let me keep a screen blending mode here. Instead of color dot, let us keep screen. Now let us see. Okay, so some lighting. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So some lighting for the castle. So because the castle should not look like a very dark area, so for that you can do. And in case you think that lighting is too much, you just can reduce the opacity also. So make it a little bit, okay. Slight lighting is enough, right? So once we have done this, now what else we can do? See here. Now we can actually group these things, group all these things. So I am going to select it till here. I am going to select it till here, Control G, and then we'll say night shot. Okay,
Night shot.
night shot. So we have completed the night shot, afternoon shot, and now we are just left with what? We are just left with early morning shot.
Early morning, sir.
Okay, so early morning, how the scene is going to look? Early morning, the sky is going to look somewhat orangish. So we are going to get an orangish sky. Okay, so how we can get an orangish sky? Okay, see here. First, what you have to do is just like before. I am going to get a selection for the sky. Let me get a selection for the sky, and let me take a new layer. Okay, and let me take an orangish color. Okay, I will take an orangish color. You can take a little bit, okay, not so dark, just little bit orangish, and then Alt and backspace. Okay, and then we can actually use a blending mode to mix. So we can use a blending mode. Let us check which blending mode is going to be interesting. Okay, See, color blending mode is nice. We can use color blending mode, and we can also check other blending modes actually. Linear light, soft light is not so interesting. Hard light is good, but actually hard light is too yellowish in color. I don't want it to be too yellowish. Color is better, and so we can do one thing. Color is actually little bit dark, so we can actually reduce the opacity here. Okay, slight opacity. And then what is the next thing we will do is, see, I don't want this clouds to look too sharp. I don't want the clouds to look too sharp, so we can blur the clouds. Okay, so how we can blur the clouds? So I'm going to select this and then go to the filter. Okay, but instead we'll do one thing. I'm going to take a combined layer here. Okay, so first select it. Okay, but before that we'll first 1 minute, because if you try to change this now, what happens if you try to change it? It will go away. Somebody has come. What happened to this Shiva? Is going and coming. See here, if I try to change this sky again, the original sky will be lost. So what I will do is I will just take a duplicate of this. Okay, I will just duplicate of this, and then what I will do, I will just merge these two layers. Are you all getting my point? I am going to merge these two layers, and then I will apply one filter to this. So what is that filter? We'll apply filter Gaussian blur filter. Filter Gaussian blur. See, and make the clouds little bit dim. Are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See now the clouds are dim. So we have a dim sky now. Okay. So now we'll try to scale this one. So we have a very dim sky. Okay. Now once we have done this, so now we are going to take one more combined layer here. For what? For early morning shot. So just select this, Control Alt to Shift to E. See, I have created one more combined layer. So now see, early morning lighting will be very less. Okay, are you all getting my point? Early morning lighting will be very less. So what we have to do? So we have to reduce the lighting. So we have to reduce the lighting. So how we can reduce the lighting? So we have to apply a curves adjustment layer. So just simply click here and apply a curves adjustment layer. And then I'm going to just keep it here. Just click on this, and then let me make it dim. See, it should be dim actually. Okay, should not have too much of color, but don't make it too dark. Okay, it should be somewhat like this. So because early morning, even though we can see everything, it looks actually a little bit dim. Okay, the lighting won't be that much early in the morning, right? Okay, so now the next step is, so once you have reduced the lighting, so what is the next step? See here, early morning, the sun is going to be little bit yellowish in color. Okay, have you all observed that? Early morning, the sun is little bit yellowish in color. So how we can create that yellowish sun? Let's take a new layer here. Just take a new layer above it, and we can give it a name sun. Sun. Now let us take a brush. Let us take a soft round brush, and let us select this yellowish color. Where we are going to keep that? We'll keep it over here. Okay, we'll keep the sun over here. We can actually increase the flow, and we can actually keep a screen blending mode. Okay, so that it looks little bit bright. Okay, is it clear, all of you?
Yes.
See, can you see that? Now the sun is yellowish in color. If you want more brightness, you can duplicate it. See now it is more bright. Right. So now the next thing we'll do is, see, I want the early morning scene will be little bit foggy. Have you all observed? It is a little bit foggy. So we have to add some fog also.
Sir.
Okay. So, and also let me do one thing. So let us see where any color lookup is going to be interesting for this one. Okay. We will also check one color lookup. So just let us see. If anything is nice, we will keep it. But if it is not nice, we can ignore. Okay. So I have opened this color lookup. See, we have so many things here. Late sunset. Okay, it's not so interesting. Morning things are not there actually. Soft morning. Okay, this one is looking nice. Drop blues. Drop blues is looking nice. It also has given some yellow greenish coloring to everything. Okay, we can keep this one. We'll also check some other things. Fall colors. Fall colors. And so many other things are there. Okay, Kodak. So this one is also interesting. Okay, let's stick to this. This is Kodak 5218. Okay, so we can stick to this, and then we'll do one thing. We'll now start creating a fog. So how we can create a fog? And can anybody tell? Anybody can tell how to create a fog? Nobody can tell?
So selection చేసి దానికి వైట్ కలర్ వేసి దాన్ని ఒపాసిటీ తగ్గిస్తాం అదేనా సార్?
Okay, instead of opacity we can apply Gaussian blur to this. Okay, I will show you. See, just take a new layer. Above, and see, this is actually a clipping mask. We will remove the clipping mask actually. We don't need clipping mask. Okay, now I am going to create one fog kind of thing. Okay, see, simply I will just so something like this. Okay, Shreyas, are you able to understand? Shreyas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Okay, so once I have created a selection like this. So how to get a selection out of this pendule? Anybody can tell?
Control enter.
Control enter. Okay, so now we will pick white color. But before picking white color, let's give it some feather. Okay, we have to give a very big value feather. Let's keep it say 20, or let us say 25. So I'm going to give 25 as a feather, and then Alt and backspace. Okay, so you got like this, but it is not looking like a fog. So what you have to do is, here I will apply Gaussian blur to this. So how to apply Gaussian blur? So go to the filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. See, increase it. So we can actually increase it even further. So one thing is, I want to remove the color lookup. See, color lookup is not showing the fog properly. Let me delete the color lookup. Okay, and let me apply this blur filter again. See here. Okay, see, there is, means the fog is mild actually. We should not keep full very heavy fog. Okay, heavy fog is not going to be nice. It should be mild, something like this. Okay, something like this. And if you want it to be more intense, so I will do one thing. So we can actually keep it like this. make it little bit big so that it covers the entire image, or at least some portion of the image. And if you want this fog to be a little bit more intense, you can duplicate this. Ctrl J. See, you can duplicate it, and you can also reduce the opacity for this. And the final touches we are going to do is, see, I am going to just make it more dim actually, okay. So something more dim. And also what we'll do is, we will also make this fog a little bit less, okay. It should not be too intense, so if not it will look artificial, right. So once we have come till here, okay, so now we can actually group all these layers, so from here to here, okay. So we can group all these layers, and what we can do now, what we can say,
early morning shot.
early morning shot. So we have now 3 time zones. We have created now 3 time zones. So let us actually save 3 time zone files now. Okay na? So what you will do now? See, first we will save the morning shot. So what you will do, just simply file, save as. So mat files, you will just select the JPG file. We'll say early morning shot, okay, early morning shot, save. Okay, now we'll hide this, and then we'll go to the night shot, okay. So this is the night shot. So I'm going to just save it, save this. So night shot, okay. And then next is afternoon shot, okay. So simply we have to save it as a afternoon shot. So is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So we can now check the things. Where is my file? See, it's taking a lot of time. Okay, so see, this is afternoon, night, so wait a minute, let's keep these 3 things. Time zones.
Save చేస్తారా సార్?
Huh? So now you'll see. See, early morning, night, and afternoon. So you also have to show me the output in this manner. I am going to give you one assignment for the next class, all of you. See, what is the assignment actually? See, the assignment is Old Indian Kingdom in on an island. So you have to create an island, okay, and in that island Old Indian Kingdom is going to be there. Kingdom means what? Palace. You can say palace or castle, okay. Are you getting my point? Are you all getting my point? See, you can see that Mahishmati kingdom is there na, Bahubali, something like that. Don't put that Mahishmati, but something old, this one. say we'll say island. Okay, island palace. Let us type. Let us see what we'll get. So you are going to get like this, but actually it should not be like this. It should be like, if I say island, see, something like an island. It should look like an island. You know what is island, right?
So,
So,
So you have to get an island, and that castle should be in that island. Okay, we'll say island castle. Let us see. Castle, or yes, say palace or kingdom. See, something of this type. See here. Are you all getting my point?
so,
so,
See. See, I think you know there is a place called Kanyakumari. You know, there is
Yes,
a
sir.
in
Yes,
our
sir.
India,
Sir.
Kanyakumari. Anybody went?
Yes, sir.
Anybody went there?
and the point
beyond the point of India.
Anybody went to Kanyakumari? See here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, you can see this Kanyakumari, how it's looking. But actually here statue is there. I don't want any statue. You can, instead of statue, you can place castle, palace. Right. Okay, so that is the thing. And one last thing here we are still having. What is that last thing? See, that is edge selection. So I did not tell you about edge selection here. See, because we have completed these two rules, color matching and perspective. So what is this edge selection? See, edge selection means, see, let me actually hide all these things. So let's come back to that original file. Okay, so we will come back to that original. See, always check the edges here. See, always check the edges. For example, this mountain is there. So this mountain is having some white color fringes. Can you see? Can you all see?
Yes, sir.
There is
Sir.
some white
Yes,
color
sir.
fringes on that. So we have to remove those fringes. So how we can remove those fringes? So one thing is we can use clone stamp. We can use a clone stamp, and then we can carefully paint on them. See, always the edges should be sharp. This is one thing. Another method I will tell you. Okay, so one thing is clone stamp, and second is see here. For example, if you observe this mountain closely, you have to check whether the edges of this mountain are sharp or not, or you can see, or if you find any white color lining. See, I think we can find some white color line running on the edge actually. Okay, see here. Just check. We need sharp edges always. So what do you have to do? See, I'm going to control and click on this. See, can you see this? When I control and click, you can see the selection. You can see the selection. Now I'm going to contract the selection. Are you all getting my point? I'm going to contract the selection. Means I'm going to bring the selection little bit inside. Are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See how to bring the selection inside. Can anybody tell? How to get the selection little bit inside? Nobody can tell? I told you already. See, select, modify, contract.
Sir, sir, sir.
Sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Select, modify, contract. See, and then what you have to do? Just I'm going to use contract by 4. So now the selection is little bit inside. Okay, it's 2 inside. We just do one thing. We have to use only one. See, now the selection is little bit inside. Now all you have to do is, if you are going to see that white color lining, all you have to do is just invert the selection. If you invert the selection, what happens? Opposite area will be selected. Means the fringe areas will be selected. So how to inverse the selection? Anybody can tell?
Control
Control Shift
Control
Shift I, or you can go to the select menu and click on this Shift Control I. Okay, and then simply hit delete. That's it. See, now the fringe is gone. Okay, are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So like that you have to remove the fringes or the edges. Always make sure that the edges are very sharp. Only if the edges are sharp, you are going to get a perfect matte painting. Not only for mountains, you can also check for other things like castle. Okay, anything, and you have to select the